While me, as the one person that can still make videos on this, am bringing you here stuff that we found in the files. Not we, because I don't really data mine at all, but people found. I don't know who found. I just you know, was tossed around this on Twitter, and yeah. So we got first of all we got these, and we got an extra one. But this is stuff that was just added to the global files. Lots of people ask, how do we get these files? Are they real? Literally, it's in the game. Like, it's not difficult to find like these files right here because there's no security in the game. You just need to access the files. That's it. That's it. If you want to look for a tutorial on how to do it, just go on YouTube. It's not that difficult. But interesting stuff. Power up, ghost, leg. So we're gonna have these ticket thingies. I'm assuming these are not like banners, because banners, that's the oh yeah, you saw this. Banners are like this, right? So I'm assuming this is gonna be some kind of event that we can farm these tickets and most likely buy Green Lilia. During the slime collab on JP, Green Lilia was a farmable unit. You could get all the 6 out of 6 components of her. You can get her 6/6 for free. So I'm assuming Global didn't get the Lilia during the slime celebration, but they're gonna, you know, give her somewhere else. Maybe they want to just space it out, right? I mean, or maybe, you know, the slime collab, it doesn't need Lilia because you already have all this stuff. Because honestly, the slime collab on Global, I don't know, I wasn't playing on GP when it first came out, but on Global has lots of stuff. It has lots of stuff to do. It has the raid. It has a lot of stuff. Really nice. So I think, yeah, they didn't need Lilia for it. So maybe another event, more spaced out from it, and giving this Green Lilia would be nice. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, doesn't matter because Green Lilia is not even that good. It's because you maybe see like recent stuff from JP. She's really good. She's really good on PvP. So her passive is that she decreases all the enemy's attack by 16% PvP. This is huge. Because it's like, no matter what the enemy does, like, there's no counter to this passive. It's gonna happen. It's not like an attack weakening someone can cleanse and has like turn base. This is for the entire match until maybe she dies, right? Her first skill decreases attack related stats as well, and her second skill increases damage taken by all enemies by 20, 30, and 50%. If you do this before a King ultimate, the enemy team is dead. And most of all, you can combo this passive with other units that give you stuff like that. Or let's say you want to use her and Gilthunder in the same team. So Gilthunder is increasing all your defense related stats. You bring him up. And she's decreasing the enemy's attack. Now, if you want to be extra, right? Yeah, he increases the other allies' defense related stats by 30%. If you want to be extra, right, you can also use this guy right here, Taizu. It's Taizu, right? It decreases all allies' damage taken by 20%. That's if you want to be extra, though. If you if you want to be extra and use Gilthunder, Taizu, and Lilia, you could, and then just go for ults with another unit, maybe King or Golfer. But I'm just putting the idea out there. Like, it's definitely, you know, something that you can do. And there's so many builds you can use. Like, legitimately, yeah, Merlin would still be the number 1 4th unit. Like, the number 4 unit on PvP, right? They use in the back. But can you imagine the amount of Lilias you would see? Especially because she's 6 out of 6. So her CP would be high just for having the extra dupes. So, don't underestimate this unit. She's really good. 100-day spin, so right now, as we're speaking on Global, we had, it wasn't a celebration, but they did give a really cool Meliodas skin for the 77-day. I wish they gave it on JP. We didn't have that on JP. But yeah, they gave a really cool skin for Meliodas. Let me bring it up real quick. Alright, I found it. So they gave this, which it isn't a celebration, right? So it's like, it was just a gift. But this was a celebration that happened on GP, which was the 100-day celebration where you could get more spin. And spin is literally the best like thing for rewards in the whole game. I swear to God. Like it has so many SSR pins always. The one we have right now on Global is really good. We have like 8 SSR pins on it, and then a bunch of 200 envelopes, right? So another spin coming up. So if they want to drop it as actually 100 days, it should take roughly a month. But it's one thing. So apparently, the 100 days mark for global coincide with the anniversary for JP. Which, so maybe the global version was like, oh, we don't want to have all our players, you know, look at the overseas version. Oh, I guess global is overseas, but look at the other version and be like, oh, they're having all this cool stuff, we have nothing. So I guess they maybe are pushing a little, you know, faster. Wait, global released on March 3rd, so yeah, it should, yeah, actually it's around that. It's around anniversary. But yeah, so 100 day celebration is pretty good. Right after pretty much the slime collab. This should be in like 2-3 weeks. So 3 weeks, something like that. So pretty much the slime collab is gonna end. We're having maybe like a period where nothing is gonna happen much, but that's pretty much with any gacha game, right? We have like a celebration, and we have a period where nothing happens, and then we have another one. So it's pretty much what's gonna happen. We're gonna have the 100 day celebration, and apparently they might wanna drop the Meliodas as a 100 day celebration character, which is really nice. On JP, did they drop? Let me check. So we have very useful information. We have the no, it's in game news. Never mind. Not useful information, I guess. On the 100 day celebration, they dropped. Was it? Who was it? Who was it? I don't know. Was it the okay? It was Blue Elizabeth. It was this one right here. So this was the character that dropped for JP, Blue Elizabeth, which already dropped on global, right? We got the step up for her on global. So this was the character that dropped for 100 days on JP. So if they drop Blue Deer Meliodas, it's much better as a celebration, right? But the one thing was they did have a step up. Who knows if Blue Deer Meliodas would have a step up? I'm not betting on him. I am not expecting a step up for him. He is a character that released originally as a regular banner, and I don't know. They might be like up for change on that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't really expect. But yeah, Blue Deer Meliodas should be coming out in roughly 3 weeks or so, but it's really interesting. So if you again go for the GP schedule, Lilia, the blue one, not the green one, the blue one released right before the Meliodas. But Blue Lilia is nowhere to be seen here. So this is another picture, which is Valenti and Green Lilia. Interesting. No Blue Lilia to be found, but okay, that doesn't mean that she's not coming. She just could be added someday else, right? She just could be added someday else. For all we know, she could come right before the 100 day celebration, and then we could have the same schedule as GP where it was Blue Lilia and then the Meliodas. One thing though, Valenti is the hard counter for the Meliodas. To do a quick explanation of how the Meliodas works and why he's so good, right? Meliodas has this card right here, which is the same one as Hauser. Inflicts Pierce and does 100, 150, 250. Now, you may say, oh, it's the same one as Hauser. Why is he so much better? Man hits hard. I'm telling you, he hits like 5 times harder than Hauser. And not only that, Lilia, I forgot that they changed it for 2 L's. Lilia increases the pierce rate of all allies by 50% of her own pierce rate. So you give her a gear with pierce rate, right? So she gives pierce rate to Meliodas, and Meliodas goes sicko mode, right? But Valenti, her passive is that she decreases all the enemy's pierce rate by her own resistance. So you give her gear of full resistance. And she completely nullifies Blue Deer Meliodas. So on JP, there was this awkward period of time, right, where Blue Deer Meliodas released, and if you didn't have it on PvP, I'm sorry, like you just weren't winning, right? And then they released Valenti, and there was this awkward period where people were still trying to use Blue Deer Meliodas, but if you faced a Valenti, you just lost. There was nothing you could have done. So I want to see, because I'm pretty sure what happened on GP was they weren't expecting the Meliodas to be so good, and he ended up being so good that they rushed Valenti and like, boom, just counter, please, I'm sorry, just counter him. So I don't know if on global, because they are already aware of that issue of him being so strong, They are, instead of dropping Blue Lilia and the Meliodas at the same time, they are going to be dropping Valenti and already having the counter for him, like, off release. Now, if that happens, unlucky, but Blue Meliodas is still a fantastic PvE unit. And he is still a fantastic PvP unit on GP to this day, especially because Valenti really fell off. I absolutely despise units that are only made for one thing. And she's made for one thing, which is to counter the Meliodas. So if you face a non-Meliodas team, she's useless. Like, so you still reduce the enemy's pierce, but she's pretty much useless. So yeah, you have that. So if by any chance Global decides to be wacky and doesn't release him with Lilia, I don't think you should skip. No. He's such a good unit. Such a good unit. But just be aware that he will not be nearly as good without Lilia. And if they release Valenti, unlucky. But yeah, you see Green Lilia in the banner. This doesn't mean anything. This does not mean that she will not be free, just because she was a summonable unit on both Lilia's and Valenti's banner. But the one thing is that this picture, I think, should have been Blue Lilia. If I'm not... Give me a second again. Alright, I couldn't find the actual picture of the banner thingy. But, yeah, Blue Lilia was featured in this banner, I remember. So, again, they might make a switcheroo and release Valenti before Lilia. That would be weird, but I don't know. This could be, you know, just them putting these files first and then another file comes beforehand. But yeah, Blue Lilia, weird. But Green Lilia should be coming out very soon, and Blue Lilia should be coming out very soon. Now, something else that also found was this power-up drop, like, we have these, like, together, right? It's the same ticket. Power-up leg, ghost leg, and power-up drops. So we could be also having other stuff in it. It could be just the event where you buy stuff, like not only just Lilia, just other stuff. I saw the Guild Funder here, and I was like, oh, maybe you could buy Guild Funder as well, but like, they probably just putting a character there. It's probably a thing that drops from like stages and stuff by doing it. Like, you know when those green tickets that we had on Global, those green ones that you could use to buy just, I don't know, gold and pendants, pretty much the same thing probably, but you can buy Lilia. So that was, I just wanted to play it because it says drops here, so it probably has more to do with how it will work. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we got for this this patch that we dropped on Global. Now we'll see how they release all this, but again, honestly, if I have to predict, not saying it's gonna happen, but I would say after the slime collab, we should have the Lilia stuff, and then they should fill in the gap between the what we're having right now from the slime, and then the 100-day celebration, which should be around when GP also gets their anniversary. So then we should get Meliodas. I wonder if they will be keeping Blue Lilia. By the way, Blue Lilia is like top 5 games in the game to this day on GP. It's just so good. She's just so good. So, alright, Blue Lilia, so if she comes out, sound for her. But no way you should skip. And then Blue Lilia is just sound for him. Valenti, if you like lollies.